I enjoyed church. I love worship. There was a lot of things that I loved about it.
Sure.
Um, but there were times where things didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
There would be a
Mm.
situation and I would question it and I would be told to basically be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be quiet. Yeah. And I've seen situations in churches where the husband has been told that he needs to quiet down his little wife. I'm not kidding. I've seen this, and it was those things that finally made me take a step back, and it didn't sit well with me,
Yeah.
and I didn't understand why. And so anyway, it's been a long road. And once I realized though that I was going through deconstruction and I was understanding what was going on, it became so much easier to kind of work through it and figure it out. Because like I said, I went for like 10 years of not knowing what the hell was going on with
What's
me.
going on?
Yeah, what's going on
And
with
it
me?
makes sense to me that that started to make more sense to you because where you're at in a high control religion in that sense is you're really being told to doubt yourself
Yeah.
and trust the institution. And so when you have those kinds of questions and you get that kind of feedback, it's a way of saying, hey, that gut feel you've got, your self talking to you that something doesn't feel right, you're actually wrong. Don't trust that. Don't listen
Hmm.
to that. And that can be very disorienting when you get messaging like that over a long period of time. And when you're able to crack out of it and start to trust yourself more, that's where deconstruction can really start picking up pace. Because I mean, where I see a lot of the mental blocks built up with people that makes it very difficult for them to deconstruct is there's so much mental conditioning against trusting yourself that it's so easy, natural for most people who deconstruct high control religions to spend the first several years of deconstruction not even realizing that they're deconstructing, but
Hmm.
really what they're doing is they're just fighting with themselves and trying to deny what they're actually thinking,
That is
because there's
exactly.
so much deep-seated distrust with self because of the way that they've been brought up.
You know what? That's crazy. That's exactly what happened. And I'll tell you because I have always trusted my intuition, and I've got a really strong intuition. It's getting stronger now, but I always had a
Good.
strong intuition,
Yeah.
and it
I'm
can.
sure the church hated that
Oh, they totally
about
hated
you.
that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and what you're saying is exactly what happened because right at the time that I started the deconstruction, there were things that happened that all of a sudden I absolutely couldn't trust myself. And it was the first time in my
Yeah.
life that, because that's the only person besides God that I could really trust all those years. And all of a sudden I
Sure.
couldn't even trust myself anymore. And it was completely derailing for me. I didn't understand what
Yeah.
was going on. And it was messages I knew it was right. And I started to question it. And it spun me out for a few years where I didn't know what to do with myself because I felt like, well, I can't trust myself now. I have to question everything and it took a long time for me to finally figure that out.
Yeah.
And and it's like now that I do know where I stand, my intuition has gotten stronger and I listen to it a lot more because when I don't listen to it I get in trouble every single time.